All right, a big story emerged out of Gujarat where a special investigation team formed by the Gujarat government to investigate Teesta and her actions during and in the aftermath of Gujarat riots for a good decade and more has filed a charge sheet today in an Ahmedabad court. As per the charge sheet, Teesta conspired with a Congress leader. In fact, it names Ahmed Patel and the then leader of opposition without naming, to defame, defile and disrupt Gujarat government at that time, and in fact to aim at finishing the political career of the then Chief Minister of the state, Narendra Modi. She in fact conspired along with the senior IPS officers R.B. Srikumar and Sanjeev Bhatt. And the charge sheet goes on to add that she fabricated documents, tutored witnesses in one case, together with Sanjeev Bhatt, kidnapped another eyewitness before browbeating him into making a submission which even he did not understand. It was all in English. All these charges in the charge sheet filed by the special investigation team of the Gujarat police before an Ahmedabad court. Let's go to Priyanka. She's joining us live from Ahmedabad. Priyanka, if you're getting me, and if you can share more details from this 20-page charge sheet that has been filed in Ahmedabad court by the SIT. I could sense that there was one more addition from earlier information available, and that was of including leader of opposition of that time of the Congress party as one of those who facilitated the conspiracy and the actions of Teesta. What more can you tell us?
Well, that's right, Abhishek. A lot of the investigation, the evidences that have been uncovered during the course of the investigation of the Gujarat SIT have come to light in this charge sheet that has been filed. It's a 100-page charge sheet, Abhishek, in which it has been listed out how the conspiracy of fabricating evidences had taken place and how all three of them, that is Teesta Setalvad, R.B. Srikumar and Sanjeev Bhatt, had hatched this conspiracy as well. And in fact, there were certain times that they were also working at the behest of the late Congress leader Ahmed Patel as well. Now, all of that has been mentioned in the charge sheet, and earlier as well during the course of the investigation, the Gujarat SIT had been stating that they have uncovered big names, big politically affiliated names that have come to light who had been a running point on this conspiracy for fabricating of evidence to implicate and politically end the career of the then Chief Minister Narendra Modi of Gujarat. And in the SIT has also stated that these people had been gathering up these witnesses who were not really told about what the statement it is that they were signing. Apart from that, as you rightly mentioned, Abhishek, Sanjeev Bhatt and R.B. Srikumar had also abducted several of these eyewitnesses as well, and they had put pressure on them during the course of the time that they had them in their custody. In fact, they had also been speaking about how Teesta Setalvad is somebody who will save them, and that they should come together and cooperate to bring down the Chief Minister Narendra Modi at that time. So all of this has come out in the charge sheet as well. Apart from that, of course, as we are rightly, as we have been putting out from day one, since the time of the investigation had been taken up by the SIT, they had stated that there are big names involved in this, in which the name of Ahmed Patel has also come to light. In fact, there were several financial transactions as well, Abhishek, that had come to light between Teesta Setalvad and Ahmed Patel as well. This is something that has been stated by the Gujarat SIT, and they're stating that they will be looking further into this as to how much of a part of this entire conspiracy was Ahmed Patel, and how much directions was he also giving to all of these three conspirators who had come together to fabricate the evidences. And it has been stated in the charge sheet verbatim, Abhishek, that these three people have come together with one agenda, and it was only one agenda alone, to bring down the Chief Minister, the then Chief Minister Narendra Modi, to end the political life of the then Chief Minister Narendra Modi by implicating him in these riots as well. Apart from that, there are several digital evidences as well that the SIT has seized from all of these three people, and they are stating that there are several email trails that have come to light that have gone on between Teesta Setalvad, Sanjeev Bhatt, R.B. Srikumar and Ahmed Patel as well. And that is what they will be looking into further with, because we are seeing that several other people who had been involved in this nexus have also been started to be called by the SIT.
Priyanka, all right, so, late Ahmed Patel is not there to defend himself, but it seems the charge sheet also names the then leader of opposition. I mean, that should not be very difficult for the SIT to find out and question if they so desire.
Well, I couldn't quite hear your question, Abhishek. There were some audio issues, but as we had been talking about this entire, charge sheet that has come to light, we are looking at how further course of action by the SIT will be taken when it comes to the other evidences that have been seized by the SIT. And they are looking into who else had been involved in this because just a few weeks ago as well, several other IPS officers at that time who had been in service had been called as well, so that their statements could also be gathered. Because there were several other thoughts that had come to light by the SIT who had been stating that RB Srikumar has been making absolutely falsified statements to implicate the then Chief Minister Narendra Modi to give it a political color as well. So all of that has also come under the purview of the investigation, and going forward, this is what we're looking at as far as the investigation of the SIT is concerned.
Yeah, okay, Priyanka. So if you're getting me now, I'll go slow. The charge sheet names Ahmed Patel, but the late leader is not there to defend himself or to represent, obviously. But the charge sheet also introduces the then leader of opposition of Gujarat, obviously a Congress leader. So you think that the SIT can go and question him and find out about the conspiracy, more details about the role of the Congress party in the conspiracy to malign Gujarat and to, of course, target the Chief Minister, then Chief Minister?
Well, of course, Abhishek, earlier as well, they had made these statements, and this is not something that only stops with Ahmed Patel, is something that they have also stated. Now, looking at who other may be involved in this as far as the political fraternity is concerned, and these political affiliation that have also come to light with respect to the financial transactions that have been traced of Teesta Setalvad as well. So they will be looking into other leaders as well whose names have been mentioned. And they will also be called for questioning as well, because the investigation as of now has found several other evidences when it comes to when the seizures that had been made by the police officials at the residences, at the Juhu residence of Teesta Setalvad, and also other places which are related to RB Srikumar and Sanjeev Bhatt as well. And they are claiming that as the part of this digital evidence, they have uncovered several names that have also affiliated to political parties as well. So all of that will come under the purview of the investigation as of now, but they are looking at how there was a larger plot, a larger nexus at play with respect to Teesta Setalvad, RB Srikumar and Sanjeev Bhatt, who had come together and had tried to falsify all of these evidences, and the kind of manner in which the witnesses had been abducted and they had been pressurized into making these statements as well. All of that has been uncovered by the Gujarat SIT.
Also, last quick question, Priyanka. The charge sheet mentions the fact that Teesta took many of these witnesses outside Gujarat, did almost a roadshow kind of thing with them, tried to garner sympathy and, more importantly, funding for her activities, using those victims and witnesses as pawns. You think that's going to get reflected in future course of action of the SIT, including possibly questioning more people involved with Teesta at that time?
Well, that they are already looking at, Abhishek. And another point, as you were talking about this, has also been mentioned in this chart sheet related to what you've been saying, that there was also a pressure that had been made on these witnesses by Teesta Setalvad, Sanjeev Bhatt and RB Srikumar to get these cases that had been going on in the Gujarat courts to take them outside of Gujarat, because they were saying that the judiciary is also being controlled by the then Chief Minister Narendra Modi, and that is why they were trying to pressurize these witnesses to take their cases outside of Gujarat as well. So there are several other names that have come from outside of Gujarat. There are several names that have come from Delhi as well. And of course, the close aides of Ahmed Patel had also been a short list of names that had come to light with the SIT investigation that had been looking at these close aides of Ahmed Patel and who had been involved in this entire conspiracy, and the mail trail as well specifically that has come out during the investigation to understand how this communication had been going on to hatch this conspiracy in the first place. Now, apart from that, the other point of investigation is that of the financial transactions, and they will also be looking at those transactions that have been made to other parties, and those names will also be made public. They will be called for interrogation. They will also be asked questions about how this conspiracy had been hatched by the then late Congress leader Ahmed Patel, and how was the Teesta Setalvad, Sanjeev Bhatt and RB Srikumar working on the say-so and the directives of the late Congress leader Ahmed Patel himself. So, of course, other names that are outside of Gujarat, they are in Delhi as well. Those names have also come out, and they will also be called for later interrogation. As just a few weeks ago as well, several other IPS officers as well that I had mentioned had also come out, whose names had been whose names have also been very controversial in the past, politically speaking, in the Gujarat politics at least. And they have also been questioned by the SIT to understand how this entire statements of other conspirators as well, are they matching with the others as well. So apart from that, of course, the investigation will go on, but the conclusive statements that have come out in the charge sheet by itself are quite shocking of a political conspiracy.
Yes, shocking details there coming out of charge sheet by the Gujarat Police Special Investigation Team looking into the role of Teesta Setalwar in conspiring to tutor witnesses and to create a perception about Gujarat government which was not compatible with facts on the ground. Moving on, thank you Priyanka for joining us.